Hello again, it's David Todd here again. I want to talk quickly today about certification in UiPath. It's why I feel UiPath is superior in the RPA space. Not because only its product is good, its training and certification is spectacular. Now, this discussion is aimed at people looking to employ RPA developers, but also RPA developers that want to prove they're worth employing. If you walk up to a job and say, I'm the best man for the job, I deserve the job, and they say, prove it. This is how you do so. Now, the obvious first step, as you can see on my screen, is the UiARD certification. UiPath Certified Advanced RPA Developer. This is a really tough certification to get. I've got an MBA, a Bachelor's in Computer Science, I've got all sorts of other certifications. This one really was hard. If you've got it, it proves you know your bickies. So if you want to be a professional developer, I think you should get this. If you want to hire professional developers, I'd be asking, have you got this? Are you on your way to getting this? What is it? How do we know about it? Well, if you go to the credentials at uipath.com, you can show where you've got it. This shows it's legitimate, not faked. So anybody that's earned the certification can go to credentials at uipath.com and go, see, there it is, my one with my name on it. You can also go to the Certimetrics where they actually do the exam. You can see when they started the exam, and if it expires, when it expires, and you can download the PDF from that. Pretty standard stuff. What I also want to talk about is UiPath Academy. Now, UiPath Academy has courses and learning plans. Courses in my mind would be called units, and learning plans in my mind would be called courses, but I'm going to stick with the vocabulary. Now, this is a list of all the courses in the UiPath Academy. 197 different courses. Now you can see there's a lot that I've available. I haven't started, a lot I've completed, and a few I'm in the middle of as well. This just goes on and on and on. There is nearly 200 different courses there. Looking through them all is fairly meaningless. Learning plans. This is where things are much more interesting. There's 24 of these. Communications mining model, solution architect, citizen developer, advanced RPA, foundation RPA, process mining, etc., etc. There's a whole bunch of these that are really good. Business analysis, implementation manager for the non-technical people. They're all really, really good units, and this is what I'd be interested in finding out. What have you studied in the academy if I was hiring someone? Or, here's what I've studied if I was looking to be hired. So if we look at my dashboard, we can see under achievements that I've done all these achievements. These are the things I've finished. Now, most of these are, of course, courses, and there is a lot of them there. I'd guess there's about 80 to 100 off the top of my head. I could sit down and count them. The black ones are courses, the blue ones are learning plans. There's a few of them there too. So you could just say, hey, I've done this many courses in my achievements list. Again though, I want to talk about the things that matter. This one right here. Have you got the certification we talked about earlier? If you've got the certification, this is the course that you need to do to learn to pass that certification. This course here is one you want to do. On top of that, RPA Solution Architect. A lot of things that I think are essential for a basic developer are hidden away in the Solution Architect learning plan. It's unfortunate, but I would recommend that everyone go through the Solution Architect as well. Now, if you're paying attention, you'll notice it's 80 hours just to do the Advanced RPA Developer Certification, and it's another 106 hours to do Solution Architect. The trick here is a lot of those units are in common, so actually it's about another 40 hours on top of developer to do the architect as well. So I'm sure most of you have looked at the certification training, what's available. Obviously I've completed it, but here are the different courses, what I'd call units in there. It's pretty complete, pretty thorough, it covers a lot of different territory. Very worthwhile as your basic minimum standard for an RPA developer in UiPath. The Solution Architect has a lot of cool stuff that's not in there. Some of the things hidden in here, which I feel should be in the developer, which are absolutely essential, include the Solution Architecture Fundamentals Unit. This Fundamentals Unit talks about the Centre of Excellence. It talks about the stages of an RPA project, which is pretty basic, but really good to get the vocabulary. This is how UiPath defines its entire framework for development and life cycle of a process. We go further down, there's also stuff, feasibility studies, doing a PDD, doing an SDD, doing a DSD, the third document they've introduced, which is really, really good. What they are, who they're aimed for. I would strongly recommend that people do this unit at the very least. One of the things in the Solution Architecture Fundamentals unit that's not in the Developer unit that really should be is the Best Practice Guide. Here we have 40 pages of Best Practice Guide that's incredibly thorough, incredibly complete, incredibly up to date, and this should be your centre of excellence, best practices for anyone working in UiPath. It is a spectacular document. It talks about all sorts of different things, naming conventions, how to do them, but how to define a project, how to set up an orchestrator, how to do project management, all sorts of different things. It's just a great document. So I'd like to see everyone familiar with that if they say, I'm a UiPath developer. That's the end of my video. Thank you very much. Short and sweet. Have a great day.